Hi, I'm Tim, welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it, and I promise to update daily. If you like this watch, see it and buy it on our website, thewatchbox.com. For 2018, Zenith gives us a Pilot Type 20 chronograph in bronze with blue dial and blue strap, an evolution of the 2017 bronze chronograph. This Type 20 has an incredibly good ergonomic fit for a 45mm oversized pilot's reference, and it comes close to being the all-the-time outrageous watch with a combination of wearability and star power. If you want one that stands out from the pack, doesn't cost a fortune, punches above its weight against the likes of AP, IWC, and Hublot, but gives you that integrity that comes with Zenith's manufacturer status and attention to detail, this is a wonderful option. So 45mm across the round of the case. The timepiece is not excessively thick, nor is it thin, but at 14.4mm thick, it's about 2mm thinner than an IWC Big Pilot. You're going to find lug-to-lug, it's a fairly big watch at 54.5mm, but you'll also note that the downturned kink of the lug profiles means this one actually helps to wrap that strap and profile around your wrist rather than flaring stridently out and creating an awkward appearance. So I would say you could wear this watch on a wrist as small as 14.5 centimeters circumference, and it's going to seat properly. The timepiece has a broad spacing, if we can call it that. The lug spacing is 23mm should you wish to accessorize with a separate strap. And because I measured everything on this watch, yes, the crown is 12mm in diameter. The timepiece is richly appointed with a very thick, sheer-sided nubuck leather strap. So it is calfskin, it is nubuck, it is described as oily, which is to say it has more of the essential oils left in the material. The tanner hasn't gone to town on this one, so it has a somewhat more velvet-like texture to it. It's a little bit like suede, but finer in grit and detail. If you look at the contrasting stitch aviator's fashion in white, you will note that it is on both sides, and on the back side, it bonds the strap to a rubber inlay that's designed to isolate the strap's leather from the heat, moisture, sweat, grit, and oil of your own wrist. For longevity, the timepiece features an oversized trapezoidal Zenith guiding star titanium pin buckle for quick adjustments. The case, all in bronze, has a bit of an uneven finish to it, and that's by design. Some portions are lighter, some portions are darker. It has a bit of a pre-aged look to it. Zenith uses a particularly resistant bronze that ages slowly, so you don't have to worry about this thing looking like your ship's mooring after a few months on the wrist. It's not going to age that quickly. This isn't like a Panerai Bronzo, but it will take on an individualist character over time. Hypoallergenic on the case back is the titanium screwed-in case imagery of the 1909 Blériot monoplane that was flown across the English Channel with, yes, a Zenith on board. The watch features an El Primero caliber 4069 automatic winding, 50-hour power reserve, 10 beats per second, 36,000 vibrations per hour. It has a crisp, and I do mean very crisp, exemplary, industry standard column wheel action. So the traditional way to make a chronograph, you feel it and hear it while actuating the chrono. The timepiece features 100-meter water resistance once more, so yeah, if you put it on a water-resistant band, this one's equally appropriate for seaplane pilots. The dial is extraordinary in its composition. It's a matte blue with applied solid blocks of superluminova. So those are not printed or painted. Those are actually solid block numerals that are placed, and they actually have a little bit of stance and loft above the plane of the dial, just as the sub-registers in a vintage twin register fashion are countersunk into the dial. The numerals are raised above the dial. The look is gorgeous, understated, and somewhat at odds with the oversized bronze carapace of the watch, but I enjoy that contrast. I find it artful and studied. This is a deliberate combination of striking colors and textures. The timepiece is easy to read thanks to the enormous rose gold plated cathedral style hands. This was all the rage in pilot watches back in the 20s, 30s, and 40s, and thankfully, Zenith has given us a fully loomed dial so you can actually see seconds at night. I can't understand why some chronographs don't give you that functionality. You can see this one by day, railroad-style seconds track and all, on the watch box. And we're back with the Zenith El Primero-powered Zenith Type 20 chronograph. Of course, the El Primero, the first integrated high-beat chronograph caliber back in 1969. This watch with a style that evokes something far older, nevertheless the combination of the two, a sensational synergy of design and engineering. See it on the watch box.